Okay, I mentioned earlier that I was going to be doing a set of essentially Wolf movies to coincide with the release of Wolfman, which essentially is going to be a re-envisioning of the Universal monster movies. So I decided while doing werewolf movies to pick essentially Wolf. This is the one that has Jack. I'm just going to say Jack because we all know who Jack is by now. Michelle Pfeiffer and James Spader. Yes, this is James Spader before... Actually, if you know who James Spader is, if you saw Stargate, he was in Stargate. He was really huge in like the 80s and 90s. Not as big now. And again, it's also kind of an older film. Let me double check when this guy came out a while ago. So we are looking at 1994. Essentially what's happened is, okay, Jack is an editor-in-chief, and, he's bitten by a wolf. Things take a turn for the worse at his job. He gets, demoted. A new guy gets brought in. And, he becomes slightly more aggressive. He takes on, the attitudes and tendencies of a wolf. I have to throw in this caveat. You really don't see a full transformation. It's a lot more of the metaphor. It kind of... I'll say it kind of romanticizes the idea of being a wolf. And what ends up happening is he ends up biting James Spader as well. Now, he ends up essentially firing him, makes a huge between the two. So if you're going to like somebody already, and you're kind of aggressive, so there's that kind of like alpha male battle between the two of them, and all of a sudden they're both wolves. James Spader's wolf starts to go kind of like a killing spree to try to frame Jack's wolf. I know, that's where it's kind of bizarre. That's... Some of the scenes where they don't show full transformation, you'll see like Jack chasing down deer. In somewhat more of a wolf style. He's not... This isn't the American Werewolf in London, like, full werewolf transformation, or even like an underworld sort of, giant wolf chasing something down and killing it. This also has one of my favorite scenes out of most wolf movies. And he realizes something's wrong, so he goes to an Indian healer. And the healer kind of, has a really nice impassioned speech that for the life of me I cannot recall off the top of my head right now. It's something kind of like, it's like strength without fear, love without regret, and it really builds up a mystique and a romanticism of the idea of a werewolf. And he actually asked Jack to bite him. He was like, I'd prefer to have your curse than to die. You get some very good acting. Does it get kind of goofy towards the end where it's the two pseudo-werewolves fighting each other? Yes. Because for most of the time in the movie, it's been all metaphorical, it's been all cerebral. The moment it tries to cross into like, no, they're actually werewolves, they're actually going to fight each other, that's where it loses some ground. And of course it essentially ends with Michelle Pfeiffer kind of being revealed to also be a wolf. So, for the first movie I'm talking about for werewolves, I'm going with one that's a lot more metaphorical and a lot less, bloody, violent in your face. Now I also have, of course, the Pick My Poison March still going on. And of course I have to recall the movies off the top of my head that I actually want to do reviews of. I have to think of four on the top of my head real quick. So we will go with, Kane and See No Evil. Roddy Piper and They Live. I'll go John Cena in 12 Rounds. I have to go with another Rock movie. So, that last one, throw out a Rock movie that is not Doom. You know what? I will go with The Game Plan. I'll go with The Game Plan. So your options are Pick My Poison March. Remember, top two go on to be the third and fourth week. You have See No Evil, They Live, 12 Rounds, and The Game Plan.